Okay, what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, I'm Katrina. I'm from New Orleans East.
Okay, and we are at the Kansas Street levee right now.
Yes.
We are here for the candlelight vigil tonight, right?
Yes.
Now, you told me that you had been to this last year.
Yes, I have.
And why are you here tonight?
Well, I guess we're here, mainly I'm here to memory of people who has passed on during the time of the hurricane.
Yeah.
And we're here to remember, try to focus on what had happened during the past 2 years since the hurricane came.
Okay, now you are a resident of New Orleans.
Yes.
And you were here during Katrina.
I left the day before Katrina came.
Okay.
But I watched it all over the news and I called my friends to keep in contact and see what has been going on.
Okay.
And one of my friends have been through the hurricane.
Oh, so she was in the city when the flood came. Oh my God. How long did you stay outside the city?
For a year.
A whole year.
Yeah.
And when you came back, what's been going on in your community since then?
We've been trying to get everything back together, trying to get our community back up, and trying to get all the stores open, the hospitals open.
Yeah, I was reading something about, it's just it's a chore just to go to the grocery store.
Yes,
There's nothing open.
We would have to go all the way, all the way to Madrid.
Yeah, out towards the airport.
Yeah.
Coming in when you see all the box stores.
Yes.
How is your neighborhood itself? How is it coming back? There's a mention about New Orleans East in the Times-Picayune this morning about how there is some signs of vitality and life coming back to the neighborhood. Do you agree with that?
I kind of agree because
partly
agree because they're coming back. But around my neighborhood where I live, there are not much people came back because we had about at least 6 to 8 feet of water.
6 to 8 feet of water, and it's just nothing's covered either, right?
No.
There's no damage that's covered either.
And my dad, we just rebuilt our house. My dad didn't stay there, rebuilt our house on our own.
Yeah, now that's the other thing is most of the people that I've talked to that have been able to stay or have been able to be here for a year, they're either lucky enough they didn't have enough damage, or
lucky enough to get the money.
Or and they did it on their own.
Yeah.
Rebuilding.
My parents did rebuild on their own. We didn't have no money from the road home money.
You didn't have any road home money.
No.
Zero. And you would, wouldn't you say that's probably the reason that 75 to 80% of the people in your neighborhood haven't been able to come back?
Yeah, because it's kind of hard for everybody to get the money to rebuild their home.
Yeah.
Because right now people are worried about food and
or even the precariousness of, to go, you had to have a bunch of cash saved just to go back in order to try and start again.
It's kind of hard because everything's not together. As much as the Vietnamese community, there's 2 of us are coming back. All the other communities, all the other people who are coming back too.
Okay. Now, how large is the Vietnamese community in New Orleans East?
Well, before Katrina, it was a pretty large community.
Okay.
A nice
big size, nice big size for a city.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But, thank you for talking to me.
But there's a lot coming back. Some of my family they moved away, and some are coming back as well.
And so you have people all over the country scattered, like the diaspora.
Yeah, part of my family lives in Houston now.
Yeah, and they're probably not even planning on.
Nope, they just bought a house in Houston.
Yeah, they're happier there because they have some kind of security.
Yeah, it's been crazy here.
Now, where are you at today in the process of rebuilding? You actually seem pretty lucky. Your parents are back in their home, and
we just recently moved into our home.
That must be nice.
Yeah,
that must be so nice.
Better than being in Cotton with my family.
Yeah, in the trailer.
Yeah.
What's important going forward to you from here?
Well, what's more important to me right now is getting the hospitals open.
Okay, now we mentioned that before I started filming, about how there's no infrastructure and you do not have a hospital in New Orleans East.
Nope, the closest hospital is downtown, the University Hospitals.
Okay. What did you have before the storm? Because it's a pretty large area of the city.
Before the storm, we had our hospitals.
Yeah.
We had hospitals. We had 2 hospitals on Reed and one on Bullard.
Okay, so it's 2 for the community, now 0.
Yeah, that's like right now we have like a small free clinic, but it's not good enough.
And it's not probably even fully staffed. You know?
You have to go there at like 5 o'clock in the morning just to sign up.
And wait.
I just recently went to go see the doctor.
Oh, you did.
My mom had literally wake me up at 5 o'clock in the morning just to go there and sign me up to go. And my appointment's for 1 o'clock.
And stand in line. And what would you like people outside the region, you know, we talked before about the press coverage, which I don't think is really adequate, but what would you like people outside the region to know about you and your struggle today?
Well, I guess because right now I'm not going through that much struggle anymore.
Okay.
Well, everybody's
feedback notwithstanding.
Yeah, everybody's coming back. I want people to know that we are really fully coming back to New Orleans.
Okay.
That we're trying to bring it back to the way it used to be or more better. And we're trying to get that just because a hurricane came to us, that we are not devastated, that we will not let a hurricane bring us down.
It won't take away from you.
No.
Something that you feel that you have the right to your own self-determination of where you live, and
because like I grew up here.
Yeah.
I grew up here my whole life.
Yeah.
My parents came from Vietnam to here.
Yeah.
Well, my dad and my grandpas and stuff. And I don't want them to not just think that they come here and live their whole life and now they have to leave just because of the devastation of a hurricane.
And there's no help.
No.
And there's no aid. Well, I want your dad to know that most of the people in this country really do care, regardless of how the government has treated the people of this city, which I think is absolutely disgusting. And thank you very much for speaking to me.